on the gangway, you say.
I'm a social entrepreneur and work with many other social entrepreneurs who particularly find it difficult to find capital because the banks don't understand what the social economy is around and about.
Sorry, just for the sake of clarity, what kind of...
Basically, we are businesses that put into the economy, but we make sure the outcomes of our work has a social good to it. Now,
what is your business? What kind of business?
I run a number of businesses around working with young people, intermediate labour markets, construction, retail, grounds maintenance, catering, a number of things across the Black Country. Now, I've recognised my responsibility in this, so I've approached our local enterprise partnership, the Black Country LEP, and they've agreed to take a risk to create a number of social enterprise zones across the Black Country area. And basically, part of that model is that we release capital, get businesses working with each other, public sector, private sector and civil society working together to make sure that business is good, but also good for the local economy as well.
But are you short of cash? Or does it work?
I'm always short of cash, so you're offering. No, we're all short of cash because the banks have a good relationship with them, but trying to get them to understand what the social economy is about is a difficult model for them. So you have to try and get money from elsewhere, and it's particularly more expensive than the high street bank.
OK. Andy Burnham.
Well, I just hope somebody in the Treasury is sitting listening to Julie tonight, because maybe it will shock them out of their complacency. Maybe. I doubt it, but you've got to hope. But what she said was really, has to be heard. I mean, I'll be at the Lee Business Forum tomorrow morning, and there'll be the same complaints again all the time. They'll all be saying we can't get any support from the banks. And these are the companies have been there for a long time. They're not here today, gone tomorrow companies. They have got a solid track record. The banks know who they are. They understand their business. So why are they still not lending to them? And I just think small businesses must just feel so frustrated. It must look to them like the voice of big business is heard in government, but never the voice of small business. And Len's points about the banks, it's absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? The country sorted them out, didn't they, a few years ago? Everybody said, right, well, because we understand the effect on the economy if we don't, it'll drag everything down. But now, through that, they are now still suiting themselves, and it's just not acceptable. It really isn't acceptable. I mean, we say, how can the banks do it? David posed that question. Well, we own a large chunk of the banks. We've got agreements with them. We had the Merlin Agreement. We were promised all of this money would come flowing through, and it never has. And it just gives the impression there is utter complacency within the government on jobs and growth. And the one last thing I would say, you mentioned what's going on with the LEP here. When they came into government, I just think this government was cavalier in just wiping away good things that were working. And I think Advantage West Midlands, the RDA here, was a good thing. It had done a lot of things to bring investment in. And why just wipe that away? Because you delay everything when you do things like that. Yeah, slim it down a bit, refocus it a bit. But just taking it away has set all of the regions of England back. And it was one of the many terrible things they did by just saying, well, because Labour did it, we're just going to get rid of it.
We'll go on. We've only got under 10 minutes left.